gear that you've never seen before. Thank you guys so much for clicking on that video. My name is Thor, and thank you for stopping by today. On this channel, we talk about backpacking, camping, all the gear that goes along with that, and all the inspiration that you need to get out on trail. If you have interest in those types of things, please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos just like that. So this is just gear that I have never seen before. The first piece of gear, my mic isn't plugged in. All right. The first piece of gear that I want to show you is from a company that we're all really familiar with from their fuel cubes, and that is the company ESBIT. Now ESBIT specializes in their fuel cubes and different types of cook systems, but what we know them for are their fuel cubes. We're like, oh yeah, I need an ESBIT cube. But not only do they make ESBIT cubes, they make cook systems too. And I wanted to show this one to you because it has a really nice functionality. It's not going to be the lightest thing in your pack, but it's really functional, it's really versatile, and has some cool features that I just thought you guys would be interested in. So let's get it put together and check it out. So one of the first things that I love about this gear is that it is a nesting cook system. You take the base, you throw it inside the pot, you can throw your fuel inside, slap the lid on, and you close the handle. It locks so that your system stays together, and you can throw it right in your pack, and as soon as you're ready to get to camp and pull it out, it's ready to go. So some of the other things unique to this particular cook system that I like is this base. Now it's a wide base that you're not going to be worried about it tipping over, falling, and possibly causing any harm to the environment around you. It does utilize the ESBIT cubes, which are nice because they burn and they're gone. You don't have to worry about carrying a bunch of fuel in. These tabs are super cheap and super ultralight, so that's a huge plus for the system, is that you don't have to carry any heavy fuel. Another feature that I really like is in the base of this structure. You have these hard bottom pieces to create a nice flat base, but you have all of these holes that are lasered out to create ventilation and to get oxygen to the flame for the most efficient burn. There's a small cutout in the bottom of this where you place your ESBIT cube, but I just really like the design of this base. Not only is it really secure, it's really ventilated well. Let's talk about the pot itself. It can hold up to 1,100 milliliters. So not only could you use this by yourself, you could use it as a skillet if you like to cook more in the backcountry. You could use it to boil water. You could use it for a group. So if you have extra people come in your group, it's a great option, but it's also light enough that you could for sure carry it by yourself and have no issues. I do like that it has the markings on the inside of it, so you know how much you're filling. It has marks at 12 ounces, 20 ounces, and 28 ounces, or 300 mils, 500 mils, and 700 mils. Now, all the way to the top is 1,100. So this lid can be used two different ways. It can be used the way that we saw, with the little handle on top that you can set it on top, or you can flip it over and put this down and have these grab handles to take off the lid this way. I'll show you the difference, that it fits this way, a little bit more flat, has a flatter surface on top. When you're done, you grab those tabs and take it off. You can do it this way, and you have this little handle here that you can lift it up, and it fits on just the same. All right, so this next product that I want to talk about with you guys today is one on the topic of hygiene, and it is from PIKA Outdoors, and it's the Summit Suds. This is a powdered soap. What are the pluses of a powdered soap? Number one, you can control how much you use, so you could divide this into smaller Ziploc baggies and bring it with you, so you're not carrying the whole package, which this thing only weighs 3 ounces or 85 grams, so it's not a lot to start with, but you do have that option if you only wanted to bring a little bit. The other huge pluses to this is it's very biodegradable. The company designed this specifically for using it in the outdoors while camping and backpacking. Top of being biodegradable, it's pH neutral, so it's not going to harm the environment around us. It also has no fragrances, so it's free of all those extra chemicals to give soap that fragrance, but it still gets you nice and clean. Another huge thing is that it's multi-purpose. You can clean it with you can clean your dishes with it, you can clean your hands with it, you can clean your hair, use it as body wash. It's an all-purpose item, a lot like Dr. Bronner's. I like Dr. Bronner's in this hand in hand, pun intended. Another huge thing is here in Utah, it gets cold during the winter and this doesn't freeze. So you never have to worry about getting your soap out and it's frozen, warming it up, doing whatever you can to soap thaw out. So it's really good to have a lightweight, biodegradable, natural way of cleaning yourself and your gear while you're out on trail. Now I'll link this in the description below. This is a local company here in Utah and I love being able to work with them. So please check out PIKA Outdoors Summit Suds. Next up on the list is something that I have only seen on one other channel on YouTube, on Devin's channel, Backcountry Exposure. I've seen this on his channel, but I haven't seen it anywhere else. And that is the Cascade Wild Ultralight Folding Table. Now this is made really well. It's very functional, it packs down, it only weighs 2.3 ounces or 65 grams, and it's just a really cool item to have. That's almost a luxury item because you don't absolutely need it, but it's really nice when you do. So this table folds out and gives you 4 solid legs. When you fold it out, it has 2 small Velcro patches on either side that connect the legs together. And you have your flat tabletop. Now whether you're setting and preparing food on here, or you're using this to just keep your cook pot and some of your snacks up off the ground, or whether you're using this as a food prep area. If you like to cut up vegetables, meats, whatever you want, you can cut it on this and use it almost as a cutting board, which is really cool that you can do that. And then you could use your Summit Suds to clean it off and use it for something else later. Now like I said, it's a very lightweight piece of gear. It packs down really flat. It's maybe a 1/2 inch, probably even less than a 1/2 inch thick. You could stuff it in your pack. You're not gonna know it's there until you're using it. It's a really cool product that I'll be sure to link in the description if you wanna check it out on Amazon. That's where I purchased mine from. It's really cheap. I'll list the price up here. I can't remember. I wanna say it was around $10 or $12, but I'll be sure to list the price up here so that you know if you wanna check it out. Okay, so I don't wanna say that I've saved the best for last, but this is one of the pieces of gear, actually 2 pieces of gear, that I've been the most excited to share on the channel because it's from a new company called Renegade Designs. What this is an ultralight cutting system. Now, it's a handsaw and a blade. Now, these are really cool. I was a little bit skeptical because I always thought the whole like, oh, I'll just bring an X-Acto knife was kind of lame until I got this product. The reason being is because the way that this is designed is really functional. It has a nice handle that has an X-Acto knife blade attached right here. There are 3 screws that you would undo to replace the blade. So that is a huge plus because when this blade gets dull, it's super cheap to replace it. You don't have to worry about sharpening it. You just throw a new blade in there, which is great for me. Some people like to have a really nice $100 pocket knife or whatever pocket knife. They like to sharpen it with a stone. I'm not really like that. I like to be able, when this is not working, to just replace it with a new one, which I think is really cool and offers a lot of value to a lot of different people. The way that this is designed is really cool. They use 3D printing or some kind of CAD design, I don't know what it is, but it is cool, to create a couple places that you could loop a piece of string through, wear it as a neck knife, throw it in your pack. But also on the lid of this, it has a small ferro rod, so it acts as like a small survival tool if you needed to start a fire, or if that's just your style. And one of the other things that you can do is with your canister stove, you turn the gas on. If you don't have a lighter, you scrape that and it lights your canister stove. Just kind of cool, extra little piece that they didn't have to put on there, but it was nice that they thought about it. Now, another thing that I like is that the lid snaps back on really securely. You can hear that click. It's kind of a nice, satisfying feeling. Oh yeah. Anyway, really feels good in the hand, super light, really good option for a cutting tool on trail. Now next is the handsaw. It's really like, I don't want to say ergonomic because that's it's such a lame thing. I think when you're like, it's very ergonomic. It's ergonomic. I just think it's kind of silly. But it comes with this blade guard, which I think is really awesome. And what they use is a jigsaw blade. Now the one that came on here is really nice. It's a Bosch jigsaw blade, but you could put any jigsaw blade you want in here. Again, there are 3 screws that you can remove and replace the blade. So you could put a longer blade, a thicker blade, blades with different teeth widths, whatever you want, you could put in here, which I think is really cool that it's a multi-use item. Which I think is really cool that it's an item you can swap out blades if you have different needs. The handle's really nice to hold. It cuts really well. It's really nice that they thought about a blade guard on here. And again, the design is just really cool. It's like this rough gray hardened plastic. I don't know what it's made out of, but it is really cool. So Renegade Designs is really making strides in creating ultralight cutting gear for backpackers, campers, and survivalists. So that it's a really cool place. I would check it out. I'll be sure to link in the description below to their website so you can check them out and tell them that Thor sent you over. Alright guys, that is all of the gear that I had to show you today. Some really unique pieces that could really help and benefit backpackers and campers while out on trail. And I hope you found interest in this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more, and thank you for stopping by.